Congratulations, you did it. You finally got promoted. You finally became the leader of a team. And you're feeling awesome right now. Until you realize that, did anyone train you on how to actually be a leader? Did anyone train you on how to actually be a manager? You're not alone. 45% of managers report that they were never given formal training on how to manage a team or on how to develop other leaders. 45%. I have been thinking about training managers and training leaders for the last few months. And I have been putting together notes and I have been reading books and I'm trying to develop actionable, strategic ways, repeatable ways to develop people managers. If you haven't noticed the trend, when I am struggling with topics and I have to do the deep research, I make a video about it. Over the last 6 or 7 weeks, I've compiled about 11 pages of personal notes. And I am not going to do 11 pages of notes in this video because I don't want to torture you and make you suffer. And I don't want to edit a 45-minute video. So this one is going to be kind of high level. And I'm going to go deeper into other videos in the future. But I just want to set up the problem right out of the gate. Most managers are not trained on how to be managers. And when you start to get into the research, when you do the research and you read the books, the first thing that these books will say, and then these articles will say, is mentorship. The first way to train a leader and train a manager is mentorship. That sounds great. And I have no issues with mentoring. I love to mentor my staff. I love to mentor other people who may reach out to me. But the vibe that I get in a lot of the books and a lot of the articles is this idea of the hiring manager hires someone and then the mentorship is sort of placed on someone else. It's someone else's problem. So you hire someone and then you kind of make them somebody else's issue. I don't love that. I don't love that idea. I don't love the execution. I'm not saying that is generally the intention, but there is an element of hired. What do you do? Find some other teacher. So as a leader in an organization, the person that is hiring the manager of people, you have to have a strategy for success. You have to make a determination on how this person, if they are new to leading people and to managing people, how they can be successful. I have been fortunate in my career to have people take a special interest in me and to provide mentorship. This has happened through direct supervisors who were trying to get me ready for the next role. This has been people in my personal life who are in various industries where they could help coach. And there's been people who have nothing to do with corporate America that have provided mentorship and provided guidance to make me a better human being, which one would in turn make better leaders. I have a friend. We'll call him Stevie K. Stevie K is a very successful fellow. Haven't talked to him in a while, so if you see this, Stevie K, hope you're doing well, buddy. But about 15 years ago, I had a computer store, and I was trying to figure out how to take this business to the next level. And Stevie K pulled me aside, and he was like, you need to have a personal board. So when you're viewing mentors, you have to pull people together in your life that you know are going to be able to help you and give you the right guidance and right advice to take you to the next level. So you have to attract these people and you have to solicit their feedback. So mentorship is not a lock. Mentorship should not also be an automatic hierarchical solution where your mentor is always your immediate supervisor. Your immediate supervisor should take an interest in the coaching and your development. But if you want to expand and get better, get other voices to give you feedback and to give you their experience if you are so fortunate. The books all say that mentorship is super critical, and I agree. But you also have to make that situation happen. I don't think that good mentorship happens automatically in a corporation or a company. So there has to be an active solicitation in ensuring that you're getting the right people to give you the right kind of feedback. Through my research and through my own personal experience, the main item that I think will get people ready to lead and to manage is through experience and through stretch assignments. And that also sounds really good as a headline. Give people the experience they need to manage. Give people the experience they need to lead. Give people stretch assignments. I literally used this quote a couple of hours ago. Stretch assignments don't grow on trees, because the secret of a stretch assignment, it's the reason why it's called a stretch assignment, is you should be uncomfortable in a stretch assignment. But the flip side is, when you're developing a leader, you don't want that leader to fail publicly, or that rising star. You don't want public failure. So you have to create a stretch assignment that also is a somewhat safe space for them to grow, develop, to get frustrated, to ask questions, and to solicit and get the coaching they need to grow and be better at their jobs. Stretch assignments don't grow on trees. So I've been pondering for weeks, how does one make better stretch assignments? How does one gather said stretch assignments? And you have to look at the problems your organization is facing. You have to create this list of what are the things that I need to work on as a leader that's hampering the organization, and then you need to start to list them out, create micro project plans, and offer your teams, your rising stars, the opportunity to potentially work on that problem. That's the stretch assignment, right? The caveat is it's the element of failure, because you don't want them getting so frustrated that they want to leave because they don't think that this is an achievable solution or goal or something that they can fix. So if you're dealing with a problem at your level, at a higher level as a manager's manager, and you're like, let me start delegating these tasks to lower level employees, you can't do that in a vacuum. The intention is, yes, this will be difficult, but the activity and the action is the manager and the manager's manager and the next layer up, they are actively coaching and developing this person while they are struggling through the process. Another element of developing good leaders is setting goals. Sometimes when you are in an operational function, everyone has goals in their jobs, I'm sure. But when you are keeping the lights on and you're doing day-to-day activities that never stop, it's never like the end of the project, there's always work coming in. That happens a lot in ops roles. It's hard to sort of set goals other than make sure the work continues and let's get a little bit more efficient. But it's important to step back and set a series of goals for your managers and your leaders so they can measure their own performance. Direct managers of individual contributors should focus on output. As you have managers of managers and managers of managers of managers and directors and whatnot, their focus should be on outcomes. But you need goals to figure out if the output is meeting expectations. If you are consistently watching these videos, you know that most of my videos are focused on procurement. This is a more generalized video, but I'll give some examples of procurement goals that one might want to focus on, such as aligning with your customers' goals and their savings objectives and their procurement objectives. If they need to switch a platform and they need to bring a new tool in, that should be a big portion of the goal that you're setting for yourself to ensure that that RFP and that contract is executed in a timely fashion and you are saving money for your customer, right? And that aligns to SMART goals. Everybody likes the SMART goals. SMART goals are strategic, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Developing a leader and developing a manager starts with setting the appropriate expectations. Then it's measuring those expectations to consistently show that someone can achieve goals and to work under pressure. And then you shift to more specific, softer skills. As managers and leaders are developing, as I mentioned before, their focus will initially start with output. But as they get better with achieving and delivering on that output, they should develop and shift into focusing on outcomes. That comes with vision. I'm really big on vision. Taking the job that you're in and taking it to the next level. Articulating and documenting your frustrations and developing solutions and getting people to subscribe to those ideas and getting them to get on board with it and to attempt to work with you to solution those suggestions. That's vision. And to get to the next layer of leadership, you have to have vision about the job. You have to have passion and vision about the job. This is not the first time that I've said that. Creating growth opportunities for your staff is not easy. There's no handbook to say, these are the things that you need to do, and if you check these boxes off, people are going to be successful. But those of us who are managers of managers, who are leaders, it falls on us to have the development plan to get these people ready and to make sure that they are successful in the roles that we put them in. But on the flip side, the new managers out there, there's also an accountability for you to grow and learn on your own. It's something that I want to highlight and focus on. You have to self-invest. You have to go out, and a lot of it is reading books. You're not always going to be able to go to a class. You're not always going to get that awesome mentor. So you have to go out and figure out where to find the information to help you get better. And again, a lot of it, in my opinion, is books. And there are a bazillion books on leadership, and there are a bazillion books on how to set goals. Whatever resonates with you, as long as you can consume it and make it actionable, that's great. But I recommend write down your ideas, write down your goals, write down your strategies, and share them with people. That's been a big thing with me this year. It's not just, I have an idea, let me verbally tell people. I'm writing it all down, and I'm sharing these documents with people so they can consume it easier, they can understand it, and they can question some of it. It's okay to question things. We're all in this together, and we're all learning and growing together, especially in a post-pandemic, post-COVID world. The tricks that worked before when everybody was in the office don't work now. So the playbook is changing. That's okay. Acknowledge it and adapt together. This video is going kind of long. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out in editing, so I'm going to stop here. I am going to try to edit this thing down to a nice tight video, but moving forward, there are a couple of videos that I want to address. Performance, especially when things aren't going well, how to turn the ship around. That'll be the focus of the next video. But I want to thank you for watching this one. I hope that you got something out of it. And again, acknowledge the fact that if you're a manager, right, sit there and question, did anyone ever sit you down and teach you how to do this specific type of job, this specific function of your job? You know, if you're an accountant, I'm sure they taught you how to be an accountant and do all of the financial and accounting things. But the minute that you go up to a manager, did anyone teach you how to actually manage people, lead them, and get them to follow you? Probably not. And if you are one of those people who got really good training, share some of those ideas in the comments below. We would all really appreciate it. So we can start a conversation about it. But I want to thank you again for watching this video. Hopefully we're learning good things together, and there is more to come. So have a great day.